Bam, Vegas. So I was in Arizona last night at a tech event with a partner. Great event. Local events are just incredible. So many good people and curiosity and just amazing stuff. Of course, me being the cyber guy, I joke that typically at cocktail parties and social functions, no one wants to talk to me because, fuck, this shit's scary, right? Last night was interesting. Ended up in a conversation between an insurance person and a service provider. And the conversation came up around these forms, right? These insurance forms in order to get your cyber liability insurance. And I laughed. And the insurance guy had an opinion, and the MSP had an opinion, and I just said, hey, here's the reality, right? These forms are intentionally ambiguous. If you've seen me speak anywhere over the last year and a half, 2 years, my perspective. To me, I'm a truth teller, and I'm not suggesting anything's unethical, but let's be honest. Anybody ever read the cyber liability insurance questionnaire and think like, all right, this makes no sense? Because as professionals, we can contemplate and consider scenarios that contradict everything. So that's that, right? So the MSP provides feedback like he'll help his customers fill them out. Depending on who you follow in the industry, some of our legal friends say that's a good idea, others say it's not, right? Kind of like Windows. There's 10 different ways to do everything. But the MSP's perspective was he'll help them, but he won't sign it. The insurance guy just wants to sell some insurance. Both of them are right. And this is the crazy part, right? Insurance companies started out offering cyber liability insurance because they thought they could make some money. Hey, it's business. Then they got their backside handed to them because these hackers came in and all these places got owned and they paid a lot of money, so they know the numbers better than anybody. So they start having their actuaries crunch it and, figure out, okay, we got to create some I don't want to call them escape paths, but we got to create some gaps, or at least some ambiguity for interpretation so we don't keep getting crushed by this. Well, what contributed to that? How many companies didn't invest in what they should have to protect, cover their six, if you will, because in their mind they're like, I got cyber insurance, I'm just going to let them pay for it. So both sides got to own a piece of this, right? So, here we are. Insurance providers getting smart. Clients are starting to figure out, okay, I got to participate in my own rescue. Not Sunny. I do these things in one take. They're not always perfect. Funny sidebar, I was literally on a panel for, I think it was North Bay Business Journal once, and there was a former White House CISO, I don't know what he was, and I lost my mind because this guy literally told the audience, just go buy cyber liability insurance. I mean, he was so candid and cavalier about it, and I was like, what? Anybody who knows me knows, just imagine how I respond to TikTok, right? So this guy tells people, just get cyber security insurance and you'll be fine. No, you won't, because you can't go to the data store and just buy your data back. It's gone. Anyways, rant. So where'd the conversation turn to with me and these folks? I started talking about, like, look, I see both sides of the equation here. And for me, the way that I chose to address it, I just don't let these things happen. To me, it's not acceptable to have one machine get ransomed out of an environment and call that a win. For us, the standard is 0. And it's not hard. Preemptive security solutions, we've been tuning this thing. What we use, we've been doing what we do. We started in 2017 working with a company called Deep Instinct, really putting this together, really getting it refined. And here we are in 2026. Damn, time goes in a blink. I've never had a client ransomed. I've never had a client breached under my watch. Not just at BLOKWORX, even when I was in my previous entity with the mothership. But you got to have a commitment to it. You can't just say it's good enough. So, when my team comes in every day, our top of mind core value, probably more of a mission statement, and then the core values stand on their own, but as we defend livelihoods. So for our MSP partners and the businesses they protect, if you're working with us, that's what you're getting. Because to me, I don't want to deal with the headache. First off, I don't want to have the conversation, Mr. Customer, why you got ransomed. If you're doing what we ask you to do, you're going to be good. We're going to take care of you. There's extreme cases where I'm sure I can pad the walls and do everything to protect people, but if they really want to hurt themselves, they'll find a way. But in general, you follow directions, we're going to keep you secure, reliable, and productive. Just the way it is. So, anyways, from Scottsdale to Vegas, again, if you know me, Sammy Hagar's here the next couple nights, and it's my happy place. So, appreciate everyone. It's a little bit longer one, but hopefully this makes sense. We'll talk to you.